Have you ever seen a team try to sell a car that just broke down on the lot? Because that's what it feels like the Philadelphia Eagles just did, and the San Francisco 49ers apparently bought it. Are you as bewildered as I am by this latest NFL shakeup? It's a move that's got the entire league buzzing, and frankly, a lot of us are scratching our heads. The $51 million bust finds a new home. Folks, get ready to dive deep into a trade that's either a stroke of genius or a colossal blunder, depending on who you ask. The news, broken by ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter, is that the Philadelphia Eagles are reportedly sending edge rusher Bryce Huff to the San Francisco 49ers in exchange for a day 3 draft pick. Now, hold your horses, because this deal isn't official until after June 1st. And in a rather telling twist, Huff has apparently reworked his contract to make this whole thing happen. Let's not mince words here. For the Eagles, Bryce Huff was, to put it mildly, a disaster. They brought him in last offseason with a 3-year, $51.1 million deal, expecting him to be a cornerstone of their defense, a relentless pass-rushing force. What they got instead was a player who managed a paltry 2.5 sacks and 13 tackles in his lone season in Philadelphia. Just 2.5 sacks for $51 million. Are you kidding me? The anger, the sheer frustration of Eagles fans must be palpable right now. This was supposed to be a game changer, and instead, it was a bank account drainer. From Jet to Eagle to almost invisible. Before landing in Philadelphia, Huff spent his first 4 NFL seasons with the New York Jets. He came with a reputation as an emerging talent, a player who could get after the quarterback. But something clearly went sideways in Philly. He fell out of favor with defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, seeing the field on a mere 39% of defensive snaps. This isn't just underperforming. This is being practically invisible for a significant chunk of the season. The ultimate humiliation, the moment that truly defined his Eagles tenure, came during the Super Bowl. Yes, that Super Bowl, where the Eagles were battling for their second championship in franchise history. Bryce Huff, the $51 million man, was inactive. He was a healthy scratch. Can you imagine the feeling? Watching your team on the biggest stage, knowing you're supposed to be a key contributor, and being told you're not even good enough to dress? That's a punch to the gut, a heartbreaking realization of how far he'd fallen in the team's estimation. The sadness, the sheer disappointment for Huff, must have been immense. The unmistakable signs of departure. The writing was on the wall, etched in bold letters for everyone to see. As reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer's Jeff McClain, Huff skipped OTAs and didn't show up for any of the Eagles' spring workouts. It was clear as day that his time in Philadelphia was coming to an end. It was less of a trade and more of an inevitable divorce. For the Eagles, this move isn't just about shedding a disappointing player. It's about financial relief. According to ESPN's Field Yates, Philadelphia will save $7.95 million in cash and create a much-needed $15 million in cap space for the upcoming season, after the monumental collapse they experienced, culminating in a playoff exit. This financial flexibility is crucial. They need to retool, to rebuild, and this trade gives them a little more breathing room to do just that. It's a silver lining in a very dark cloud for the Eagles faithful. The 49ers' head-scratching decision, a leap of faith or pure genius. Now, for the million-dollar question that has everyone scratching their heads, why on earth would the San Francisco 49ers take on Bryce Huff after such a spectacularly disappointing campaign? Are they desperate? Have they seen something no one else has? Or are they playing some kind of football chess that we mere mortals can't comprehend? The answer, it seems, lies in a familiar face: Robert Saleh. The current San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator is the same man who was Huff's head coach when they were both with the New York Jets. And this, my friends, is where the story gets interesting, because under Saleh's guidance, Bryce Huff wasn't a bust. He was a legitimate force. The resurgence under Saleh, a glimmer of hope? In 2023, while playing for Saleh's Jets, Huff posted some seriously impressive numbers: 10 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, and 21 quarterback hits. Those are the kind of stats that make defensive coordinators giddy with excitement. That's the player the 49ers are hoping to get. They're betting that a reunion with Saleh will ignite that spark again, that the magic touch their defensive coordinator has with Huff can bring him back to his disruptive best. At 27 years old, Huff is entering his 6th NFL season. He's not a rookie, but he's far from being over the hill. There's still plenty of gas in the tank, plenty of room for a bounce-back year. Over 66 games across 5 seasons, he's tallied a respectable 20 sacks, 78 tackles, 20 tackles for loss, and 47 quarterback hits. These aren't Hall of Fame numbers, but they show flashes of the player he can be when he's utilized correctly and playing in a system that suits his strengths. The 49ers are banking on this. They're making a calculated gamble, a high-stakes bet that Saleh can unlock the potential that lay dormant in Philadelphia. They're hoping to turn one team's trash into their treasure. It's a move that could either be a brilliant acquisition that fortifies their already fearsome defense, or it could be another expensive mistake for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. The anticipation of seeing how this plays out is almost unbearable. So, what's your take on this wild ride of trade? Do you believe the 49ers are geniuses, seeing something no one else does? Or are they just inheriting another team's problem? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the NFL's most puzzling new move, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exclusive analysis and breaking news. We'll be here, bringing you all the action every single step of the way. Stay sharp, football fans.